put some fucking pants on and go outside and do some shit.
Nothing to do.
There's nothing to do.
Girl, there is nothing to do.
The Sandhills wants to know what time it is. It's time to get ready for the unlimited social scoop. Introducing Nuthin To Do, the Sandhills Social Scene Podcast, straight from the Share Studios with your host, Dominique.
Hi guys, welcome back to episode 6 of Nuthin To Do, the podcast that is basically telling you what there is to do in and around town. Speaking of town, do you know that a lot of our businesses serve multiple purposes? Like, for instance, there's a lot of things going on at Segra Stadium that you might not know about, but we're going to tell you. And I know we've beat this horse until we can't beat it anymore. A lot of the great memories that we have that draw us closer to these spaces is from ITS. And I had a friend that I hadn't spoken to in almost 5 years send me a text message the other day and was like, hey, what was the name of that place that had all that stuff in one? And I was like, Walmart? Nope. He was talking about ITS. And it's a great thing for all of these businesses because we don't like doing the same things over and over again, you know? And just to keep it fresh, keep it new, just like in all of our relationships, we switch it up a little bit. So today we're going to be talking to two people who are involved in those types of centers, businesses, buildings, whatever have you. And it's going to be a great time. I want to send a big shout out to a couple people that had some dope events going on. The Fayetteville State Planetarium, Pink Floyd is still there till March 29th. Please, 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 let's all get together and go. And also check out their website because there's a couple of cool things going on and I'm going to try to get them in here. Also, Ace Brown, I'm really sorry that I had to miss your play, but I heard it was phenomenal. Anaya Washington in the Blood launched at Gilbert Theater. Congratulations on that, guys. And Lauren, Monica, Silas, congratulations on your wonderful event that LJ threw for you guys. I'm proud of you guys and all your books, and I can't wait to dive into them, whether it's coloring or just looking at the pictures or reading about how I need to better myself and get my thoughts out on paper. I cannot wait. So, episode 6 of Nuthin To Do. Get this ball rolling. Hi guys, welcome back to episode. We're gonna leave that in. I like bloopers because it makes me human. We're back with episode 6 of Nuthin To Do. Now, keeping the number thing going, 5 years ago, before we had Stadium Segra of the beautiful downtown area, you guys complain a lot about it. There's not any parking. You know, why are we gonna squeeze a stadium downtown? And now it seems like we are welcoming it with open arms. But, you know, if you guys can just jump on board in the beginning, there wouldn't be so much of a growing pain. And Segra is more than just woodpeckers. They've got a lot of things going on. And today, Ashlei is going to let us know what is going on in this Nuthin To Do world. How are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for letting me have this opportunity to be here with you today. Often we've said there's nothing to do, but there's a lot to do even before baseball. So this month, jam-packed for all the love. We've got our murder mystery dinner and a date. So first off, do you have a date for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, something like that. Well, for all the situationships out there, yes. And then for the ones that are like, this is it, we do have murder mystery happening on Valentine's Day. We have 2 shows, but Dominique, we already sold out of our 5 o'clock show.
Oh, nice.
So that means that 8 o'clock is the only time that you can be able to join us. We have less than 30 spots left.
Ooh. So we've got to make this happen fast.
Make it happen, make it quick.
Okay.
So you can go onto our website at FayettelleWoodpeckers.com. It's on our landing page, and click on that. Seriously, you can come by yourself. You don't have to come with just a significant other, or you can come as a family.
Okay.
Whichever. It's a really fun time. You get dinner, great food, you get a show, and you get to hang out with the Fayetteville Woodpecker team members.
So speaking of situationships, dating, whatever, let's talk about you first. So I'm not
on the table. Now, I do know that every time I go to a game with my friends when I'm not working, they're like, oh, who's that girl? So, who's Ashlei?
Well, I'm actually a local Fayetteville girl. So I grew up here. I went to Terry Sanford. Don't come for me.
I went to Bert. They always come for me. It's
Don't come
fine.
for me. But yeah, I definitely grew up thinking there's something here to do in Fayetteville. And so I actually left. And I left in 2008. And then I moved back in 2022 to help out with some things with my family. And I came to a baseball game on a date, ironically enough. And I love the atmosphere of the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. And I was like, I've got to be a part of this fun. And so that's when I joined the team as their marketing director.
Okay. All right. So, like, left, came back. What drew you back? You said family brought you back.
Family brought me back. And then the atmosphere of the Fayetteville Woodpeckers intrigued me enough to stay. And I've been here now for the last 2 years. Oh my God. And quite literally, like, I've stayed because of the impact that we do with our community. It's not just baseball. I went to baseball for the beer garden. Don't come for me.
Let's go, Healy.
And I'm off the clock. And so the idea of working in baseball was just completely bizarre. But we do so much in the community. Like, just a couple of weeks ago, we gave away over $5,000 to Cumberland County high school student athletes. And that's going to be an annual thing that we keep up with. And then we do things with our military group, which Fort Liberty, formerly Fort Bragg, is a huge deal here for Fayetteville. It's how my parents came to be here. It's how a lot of my family and friends came to be here. So we do a lot of volunteer food banks. And I mean, the list goes on and on about all the things that we do outside of baseball, not to mention our season from April to September, which this is actually our 5th season.
That's
our
crazy.
5th anniversary.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
So is there going to be a big banger?
Everyone needs to come. If you haven't already gotten your opening day ticket, FayettevilleWoodpeckers.com, get your ticket. And I also kind of wanted to give you some scoop.
Okay.
Ready for the tea?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right.
Hold on. Pinky's out.
February 21st.
Uh-huh.
Well, first off, let me back up a little bit. February 15th, we are announcing our entire promotional schedule.
Ooh.
All the giveaways, all the dates,
Yes.
all the things happening on the 15th. And on the 21st, single game tickets going on sale, which has never been done before.
I'm excited.
So there's a lot of really cool things that are happening. And honestly, couldn't be proud of the team of pushing forward and making the 5th year something you're not going to want to miss.
Cool. So back to all the things that go on in the stadium other than baseball. So we've got the murder mystery.
Got the murder mystery.
Okay.
We have our job fair, which if you're interested in working during our baseball season with us, it's going to be February 16th.
Okay.
And then we're bringing college series to Cypress Stadium. So on the 24th of February, we have UNC versus ECU.
Go Pirates!
As a Carolina fan, we are a divided house.
It's okay. We're a house.
We're a house.
Oh, little do you guys know, I am going to have Brian flash this picture. I've known Ashlei since she was... And so this picture is going to be equally embarrassing for both of us. Well, not for her because she's still cute as ever. But let's talk about these chunk highlights. But we'll go back there.
Oh, man. But Carolina versus ECU, which is going to be insane in itself. But we have a special treat for this game. We're bringing 2 artists. One that's local here. He's actually at Gallery 13, right off P Street. He's going to be doing a collaboration with a young up-and-coming artist out of Charlotte. They're going to be doing a UNC, an ECU, and a Woodpecker jersey that they're going to be custom making art on. So you can auction to grab these jerseys, and all of the proceeds are going right back into the community when we do our efforts. So super excited for that. And then April 2nd, we have Campbell versus UNC Charlotte, which is my alma mater.
All right.
And so that's the first kind of wave of our college game series. So we're super excited about that.
So we talk a lot about community on the show and in our lives. What is it that draws you to want to help, especially like in this area with the community?
Inclusion. I didn't realize how much of a passion I had for inclusion, especially in the world of DE&I talks that are happening. As a woman of color as well, and working in corporate America for the past 10 years, those are different things that I didn't realize would become a passionate part of my life. And so any way that I can give back to boys and girls, but really girls who look just like me and you, the opportunity of like, hey, you can dream big, you go far, and having kind of like a roadmap that they can like, oh, I can actually do this. Beyond that, really just being able to create positive impact in other people's lives is a huge talking point for me now. So anything that I can do to be able to extend that positive impact, whether it's through the Fayetteville Woodpeckers or it's myself personally, I'm going to do it.
Good. So are there any big plans for Ashlei in the community as far as giving back? Like, are there going to be any Ashlei specific things going on at Segra anytime soon?
Oh man.
Or anywhere in town?
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know if I can give all those details out just yet, Dominique. I already gave you so much tea. I already gave you so much. But
I don't have to share the tea.
But I mean, there's so much happening that's coming up. Honestly, I mean, this is not a season that you're gonna want to miss with the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. But of course, you can always find me personally on LinkedIn or any of my social platforms at Ashlei Elise. For the Fayetteville Woodpeckers, it's a variation of Fayetteville Woodpeckers in its different forms. But we are always doing something great, something useful in the community, and I just want to be able to be a part of anything that we do.
What is the favorite thing that you've done with the Woodpeckers?
Oh man, it's so hard, but you know what? I think the most recent thing I did with the sports fund. So Woodpecker Sports Fund is in collaboration with the Cumberland County School System, along with our community leaders.
Okay.
It was a program that was birthed last year from our previous community relations manager, Landry Young. And when she exited our program, it really was like, okay, what's going to happen next? And so I took that on as my baby to try to help foster, especially growing up here in Fayetteville and being a student athlete myself and understanding like my parents didn't always have enough money to get the newest cleats or gear or whatever the case might be. And there's a lot of students in our Cumberland County system, which we are, I believe, in the 80% percentile for poverty levels here in Fayetteville and Cumberland County as a whole. There's 86 schools here with about 50,000 students, and 80% of these students are in poverty level percentiles. And so being able to give $5,000 to $10,000 and working alongside with Dick's House of Sports as our equipment partner was phenomenal. Yeah. That wasn't something that we had planned when it was birthed last year, and to be able to work to the point where this past couple of weeks ago, we were able to award those students who applied. I almost could have cried that Saturday after I was giving them away. So it was a great time. We're excited to be able to do it like year after year.
Okay.
So I hit you with the knowledge. Sorry.
All the knowledge. There you have it. Ashlei, one of Fayetteville's own, doing great things in the community. And if you get a chance to go out to Segra's always popping. It's not just during baseball season, but you can definitely join them then. So, Ashlei, thank you.
Thank you.
So on this episode 6 of Nuthin To Do, I mentioned all of these spaces around town that serve multi-purposes. We have one space that I've been going to for a very long time, and when I tell you, if you want salsa dancing, if you want EDM music, or if you just want to listen to a very silly Irish man on a guitar, you know where you go. You go to Paddy's. And Paddy's also has a church where you can go for fundraising events. Or, you know what, if you just want a classy cocktail, you go to Paddy's. And today I have actually, let me just tell you the story of how I met her. I'm sitting here drinking gin. She's walking around and she's like, do you need another drink? I'm drinking Empress and tonic. If any of you guys see me out in the street, you want to buy me a drink. She goes, Snoop Dogg has a new gin. I took her opinion and I sampled it, and now I know what I don't like. Here's Pepper from Paddy.
You don't like strawberry gin?
Ooh, girl, that thing was like Pedialyte. It was so sweet. But I tried it just based off of your energy, you know?
Absolutely.
And so I know you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people who you are. Where are you from here? What's going on?
I consider myself from here because I graduated from Southview.
Okay.
I'm going to say what year.
That's not
Anybody's business. But yeah, no, I graduated from Southview. But back in the day, before there was something to do here, there really was nothing to do here. So I ran away for about 25 years. Okay. And went to Atlanta. Okay. Went to Alabama. Okay. And then I just recently came back a couple of years ago. I did come back in 2014 for a short period of time, and for a couple of years, and then ran away again. So, just sort of in and out, but I do consider it home. I was born in Charlotte, graduated Southview, so,
Well, I don't want to talk about the Douglasburg Southview beef because we're friends.
Yes.
We're friends. We're not going to talk about it.
We won't talk about that, but can we talk about how I was in HOSA back in the day, and for homecoming my senior year, we played Pine Forest. And let's just say I had a Pine Forest player mannequin on the HOSA bit in our homecoming parade with his leg above my head.
So you took that real seriously.
I did.
See, I never really got to do a lot of those things because I was in the Douglasburg Marching Eagle Regiment. And so I was in wool polyester blend every game.
I was too.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Boulder.
Oh,
I was a Mr. Boulder person.
I was under Dumas. And here we are, aging ourselves again.
Mr. Boulder was there for years.
He was.
Lots of years.
He was. So, Pepper from Paddy.
Yes. Okay.
Let's talk about this. Now, you weren't always an employee, family member of the Paddy's gang.
No, like I said, I came home in 2014. It was after we'll say traumatic event. Okay. It was pretty bad. And I went looking for people. Okay. Because like I said, after I graduated high school, I ran away, so I didn't have people here. And I went to Paddy's. And Joe Creech was one of the first people I met. It was Dart Night. They plug. We're the only bar in town that has steel tip darts.
Okay.
And
I've been in the way of those a couple of times.
Yeah. They're so much fun. Every Thursday, 7:30. But they just like hugged me. Everyone that was there. And it was something that I really needed. So I needed to learn how to live like me again without, I lost someone. And so I needed to learn how to live without that person. And I learned how to do that at Paddy's. And it's not, I didn't go in there and, drink my way through grief. I went in there and there were people there that just, they're your friends. Yeah. I mean, really, like truly, like you go in there and you've got friends, whether you know them or not, they're your friend. Yeah. And when I moved back in 2021, I texted Paddy because I heard that he was opening the pub back up after the shutdown and everything. So I texted Paddy because I had kept in touch with him all those years. I'd sent him cards and stuff, but I came home, and when I heard he was opening up, I texted him. I said, I think I want to work for you. And it was really scary because, friends. Yeah. This place meant so much to me. Like, when I say it meant so much to me, it for real meant something. Yeah. And I was like, I can't lose that part of me. So I was scared. I really was. And, man. It is the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Yes. I quit a healthcare career and I started off at food truck. Okay. I had never been a bartender. And if you came to Paddy's 2021 after we opened and you were one of the original people before I became a mixologist, you will remember me telling you if you ordered something other than a regular, like a Jack and Coke or something like that. If you ordered something crazy, I'm sorry, I ain't a bartender. You want a beer?
Do you want a beer, a shot, or and?
Yes. Sorry, they got you. Got to wait for them. Next, who's next? You know, and that was just, and it sort of, people just sort of laughed because I was like the old lady at the bar who wasn't a bartender but tried to help everybody, you know. And but I really found my niche on floor service because I love people. You know, and I have a really cool knack of remembering people's names. And we had trivia that was hosted by Elena Sampkin. She started our trivia gig that we do on Friday nights, and she needed to go out of town. And she called me and she asked me, she said, would you like to do trivia? She's like, I've got to go out of town. And, you know, she's like, I think that you'd fit. And so I was like, I'd love to do it. So at that point, I hadn't written a trivia show. So what she did was she wrote the trivia show, and I would just MC it, basically. And that sort of grew, and then she found something closer to her home that fit her life, you know. And Paddy came to me and asked me, he said, you want to do it full time? And I was like, yeah, I think I do. I like it, you know. So, you know, so I was doing trivia Fridays, and then I'd run from going to the church bathroom, change into my mixologist, you know, uniform, and there I was on the floor or behind the bar the rest of the night, and it just really organically became a new chapter of a different season, of a different, learning how to live in this season of my life. You know what I mean? And it's not that anything was wrong with anything else, but Paddy's is home. It really is. Like I didn't realize it until I left and went somewhere on vacation, and I came back and then I walked into Paddy's, and you know the smell of the clean and the herbs and just Paddy's smell on a Tuesday afternoon. I was like, oh man, I miss that smell. It was just weird. It's weird. I know it's weird.
No, it's not. I feel like that is how, or what led you to accepting this new title.
Oh my God.
We're all excited about. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I just picked up my cards today. Yeah, so excited.
So your title, I'll let you say it out loud.
I am the street team, basically, Pepper at Paddy's. I am the ground level street team, so you're going to see me out and about in the community. And Paddy is just basically, him and Jessica, they want to really reach the people that have made them who they are. I mean, you know, the community who comes. You know, they want to get out and they want to say, hey, you know, we're here and we appreciate you. And so that's what I'm here for.
No, I can completely testify that Paddy is for the community because what I'll talk about a little later is I'm heavy involved with Kids Feast.
Yes.
And for the last 2 years, he's allowed me to have the Kids Feast Art Gallery of Hope at the Church Paddy side. And I mean, collectively, we've almost raised about $20,000. And like the first year that I had it there, the staff was just so welcoming. Now, I already knew everyone. I walk in, now my drink has changed. I walk in, they're like, Empress Tonic Tall. Got it. Back then, it was like, how many shots of Jameson or did you switch to tequila? But either way, if they didn't know my name, they knew my drink order. But whenever it's something that I'm passionate about, and my friends, because I consider all you guys friends, take on that passion as well.
Yes.
Got to give you your props. Like, I really do. It means so much to me. Now, in marketing, street team, Pepper at Paddy.
Yes.
What do you have coming up?
Well, I am trying right now to find events and do things for like the Wednesday 6 to 9.
Okay.
I think I might have a jeweler for March.
Okay.
Like, you know, create your own bracelet type of deal. I do know that on the 4th Wednesday in April, because we're going to start doing this, be looking for this, we're going to start doing stuff with plants.
Ooh.
Yes. And in March is the first day of spring, so we're going to look for something there.
Okay.
But I will say that my little Italian mother will be coming in April to help you start your herb garden for your kitchen.
Aww.
Yeah.
We get to meet Mom.
Yes, you get to meet my mom. And a lot of course, everybody at Paddy's knows because she cooks for everybody. And it's just, especially when we were first opening up with everything. But yeah, no, we've got the plants coming up. Let's see, we've got
I saw something about Valentine's.
Yes, we've got
I saw your picture.
it's trivia this Friday. Oh my gosh, yes, I was looking towards next week. This Friday, the 9th, we'll start seating at 7:30.
Yes.
I am doing my cheeky Valentine trivia. Yes, and I'm going to be decorating my Valentine box. Hopefully I'll get some Valentines. We'll see.
Okay.
But I'm bringing Valentines too. So, and we're going to have a kissing booth.
Nice. Do you want to volunteer for that? Because I'll volunteer for the kissing booth.
Please come.
Okay,
Please
perfect.
come. You have to wear something pink or red.
How about black?
With pink hearts.
Okay. All right. I'll find an ugly
Or
card
a
somewhere.
pink heart,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So, what is next for you? What do you see yourself bringing to Paddy's in the next 3 months? Or is it just up from here? What do you think?
Oh my gosh, I think it's up from here.
Okay.
For example, I went to the Armed Services YMCA the other day. I had done a soup fundraiser for my personal stuff, and I took some soup up there, and there are so many opportunities that I think that's not going to be the last you hear of the ASYMCA, because I'm thinking if you don't know, they have a food pantry. They have a dress section where people who don't have the E5s and under can go in there for the military balls or prom, or and get a dress. And so it's a really cool thing. So I think I might be looking at some stuff like that. I do look forward to doing an animal event.
Okay.
I'm super excited about doing an animal event. I don't know what that looks like quite yet, but it will be big.
If you want to, I've got one coming up June 15th. And I've never had a pet before, so I am terrified of all these animals that are about to be running around.
What are you doing?
It is the annual Pet Fest with Cumulus. Last year, the Pet Fest was Sand Hills with Cadillac. We had it at Hope Mills Rec. There was a horse. And I went to take a picture with the horse because I love horses, giraffes, and sloths. But I've never touched one. And I went next to it. And it did this thing, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's eating me!" She was like, "Girl, it's hugging you." So, if you want anybody to volunteer for this,
I am down. I have 4 dogs.
No.
Yes. Matter of fact, before coming here, I have dog here. Before coming here, I actually had when you called, I had my 2 dogs in the car picking up my friend's kid from school. And I got home and I was like, oh my gosh. And so I grabbed my lint roller and was like, so yeah, she let me know.
I will. And also, I want to say that your story about community also completely warms my heart. So if you're about the community and not the competition, I definitely want to help out. And I feel like you touched on it in this interview, but before when we met this weekend, could you just share what you did with the soup? Because it wasn't just dropping off a couple of cans of soup. She's so modest, right? It wasn't just dropping off a couple of cans of soup. Could you just tell us how many bags was it again?
70 bags of soup. There's 6 servings each.
Uh-huh.
And so I figure you could probably get 3. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
Nobody eats the CDC standards. I mean, come on, so you're going to get half that. So even if it's half, that's still 210 meals, and I wasn't alone in doing it. I did buy the soups at full price, not, I sell Pampered Chef, so, but I bought the soups at full price, not at a consultant price, and had people just donate a portion of that, and I took care of the rest and donated the soups for,
So why do you feel like it's so important? I know my reasoning for uplifting the word community.
Yes.
And I know you have a Paddy's answer for that, and you have a personal answer.
I do. I have two answers.
So why do you feel, especially in our community, that it is important to uplift that word and shine a light on it?
Number one, and this is personal and Paddy's, everyone needs a safe space to go, period. Everyone needs someone to be able to talk to, period. And even if you just moved here, even if you got nobody, it doesn't matter. You can find me, okay? You can find me, and I'll give you a hug and whatever you need, conversation, you can find me on Facebook, message me, I don't care. I don't care, and the people, you come to Paddy's, people tell you, I got people that call me mama, I don't care if you need a hug or you need a spanking, it doesn't matter, I don't care, I'll tell you about yourself. If you're in the wrong, I'm not that. If you if you need somebody to satisfy your wrongness, don't message me. Don't.
Not the one.
I'm not the one.
Not the one.
I'm a tough love mama. I want you to do good. I want you to be, I want you to be good. I want you to be good for people. There's one rule. There's one rule. Treat others as you wish to be treated. If you don't want to be treated a certain way,
it's simple, right?
It really is
really
that
simple.
easy. I mean, my God.
I think it's simple.
I learned that in what? When I was 3, 4. What is it? The golden rule.
Golden rule.
The golden rule.
Absolutely.
Treat others as you, or do unto others as you wish to be done unto you. Yeah.
Y'all get it.
Community isn't just where you live. Community is people. Community is your person.
Mm-hmm.
Community is, walking into your soda shop or your bread shop or your grocery store, and you see Bob behind the counter, and instead of just saying, give me a pound of whatever, you say, hey, Bob, how are you?
Yeah.
That's community, on the way here, I'll brag on myself a little bit because I should have been doing it. Okay?
Should not. And I am fired up about it.
Everybody knows that my back is not good, but right here on Elm Street, I pulled in, and somebody was broke down or ran out of gas right there in the middle of the road, and the significant other couldn't push the car by themselves, so I got out in the middle of the street and helped push the car.
Right up here, she got a whole me and Brian right here in the studio with phones. But it's okay. Sometimes you just react.
You just do. You don't, and that's it is hard nowadays. And I'll tell you, it's harder now, I find, to just help, or because somebody's like,
absolutely,
what are you doing? And you're like, I've never had to get approval to get a hug, or I'm a hugger. If you don't want to be touched, just come up to me and be like, I'm not a hugger.
Just let me know.
But don't be like I got cooties or something. It's all about communication and just realizing that people are people. Yeah. For real, like people are people. But we got fun things, and if you want to have a fun time with alcohol, without alcohol, we got food every third Wednesday.
Every third Wednesday?
We got sip and paint.
Ooh.
Yes. We got all kinds of stuff going on. And it's just, Valentine's Day, I know the mixologists are working on some really cool cocktails. Okay. Some special drinks. And
shout out to Rax.
B-Rax. That's my B. I love them so much. all-female comedy lineup on February 15th.
I was going to bring that up.
Yes, all-female comedy on February 15th. I forgot about that. We've got, man, if you don't follow us on social media, because we put out a weekly lineup, we call it. You know, I call it the menu for the adult playground.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I borrow those types of things because I want the community to know what's going on because, you know, there's nothing to do. There's plenty to do.
Oh.
Now, I know there's a message that, or something that you had in your heart that you wanted to tell somebody. And we can do that and then talk about where people can find you on your socials.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So at Paddy's, I met my husband.
Oh.
Yeah, I met him. And it was so funny. I actually met him during that period of my reliving, my renewing, rebirth, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, it wasn't the time. And I fast forward to, 8 years, 7 years, whatever. I met Abe the Babe. And I just need to say, Abe, I love you Moses, man.
She beat you. She beat you to it. My lovely Pepper.
Oh, God.
Where can people find you on the socials?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so you can find me on Pepper at Paddy's on Facebook. You can find, I'm trying to get the Instagram thing going. I know I'm slow.
That's okay.
But Facebook for sure. And then you can always find me on Friday nights. And then make sure you follow the church at Paddy's, the church entertainment venue, I think is how it's listed on Instagram, Facebook. We might even have a Twitter.
X or whatever.
But yeah,
whatever
X,
young kids call it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the X thing. But we have all the socials. If you are looking for a safe event for yourself, I know some people have a lot of problems with the security that we have, but I will tell you from an employee standpoint and from a patron standpoint,
Best in town.
you ain't got to do this not one time, you know. And if you guys see someone that's going out unrequested, being put out, it's because he has or she has broken the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because as you know, we have rules.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not a free-for-all.
I am not ashamed to say that I've had that walk of shame with a nice bouncer in front of me, behind me, and beside me 1 or 4 times at Paddy's before.
It's just, it's sometimes you just need to go home. Okay?
You do.
You just gotta go home. It's okay. We love you. We still love you. Please come back if you've been let out. But it's for you. It's for the other patrons, and it's not that we don't love you. It's not that we don't want you there. It's just we see you, and you need to go home.
So my favorite line at the end, well, it typically wasn't at the end. It was like the middle of the weekend. Officer Wayne at Husk Hardware used to tap me on my shoulder and be like, "We'll see you next weekend." Look, I ain't a saint. Never claimed to be.
Hey, all saints have a past and all sinners have a future.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, I love you so much.
So you guys heard it from Pepper at Paddy's. There's a lot of things going on, and you need to join it because Paddy's not only a bar, it is a community, it is a safe space. So, yes, we'll see you there. Bye.
So it's time for People Who Do on Nuthin To Do. Now, the great thing about February is it's not only a month for the lovers, it's not only a month to celebrate Black history, but it is the month of the coin drop with one of my favorite organizations, Kids Peace. Now, if you Google me, you won't find a mugshot. I do want one though, but anyway, scratch that. But you will find many of interviews that I've done for Kids Peace. I'm extremely involved in this organization. And for those of you who don't know, Kids Peace is a nonprofit that is nationwide and it deals in therapeutic foster care. Now, we all know that the foster care system is really, really rough on children but so is the experience that they had before they got into the system. So with the coin drop, I've been doing this so much that I think Brian is immune to it. With the coin drop, we place these jars in different businesses and allow you to donate. Now, the reason why it got started was because there was a 7-year-old kid by the name of Hunter. Hunter is now probably 16, 17, so we can no longer call him a kid. But he learned about children and the ones that didn't have it as good as he did. And he wanted to donate all the money in his piggy bank, which came up to be $71, to Kids Peace to help children.
Hi, I'm Hunter and I'm 13. When I was 7, my mom and I lived in Fayetteville, North Carolina. At the time, there were many charity challenges, and I was inspired to donate to a cause as well. My mom and I did some research and found Kids Peace Foster Care. I felt that it was the most deserving. I never realized that some kids had it so tough with no parents. We went to the local office and I donated all the money from my piggy bank. I was surprised and amazed when I learned that $71 had made such a difference. I'm so happy that a small act of kindness made so many people want to give. I hope that people continue to be inspired and give to Kids Peace Foster Care for many years to come.
In the video, he says that the reason why he did it is because he just really felt the need to do so. And he had a lot of things, so he wanted to make sure that others could have things. And also that he really didn't understand how far $71 could go, but he's proud that he did so. So for this, people who do, we want to give a big shout out to Hunter. We want to give a big shout out to the Kids Peace Fayetteville Area Board of Associates. And if you see this jar, I've personally placed multiple jars around town. There's one at Vibe Gastropub downtown on Hay Street, the Arts Council downtown on Hay Street, and Downtown Market on Blunt Street. I guess you could say I kind of just stayed around downtown, probably wanted to drink or two. But I also have one on my person. I've been kind of using it as a swear jar. Every penny counts. So thank you guys for tuning in to the 6th episode of Nuthin To Do. Let's find out all the things to do. Ta-da!
Thanks for tuning in to the Nothing to Do weekly podcast, recorded at the Share Studios in Fayetteville, North Carolina, with your host, Dominique. And make sure to tune in next week because it's only going to get better.